Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. I just got a simple video today. I need to really get a power meter for my 30 amp 240 volt circuit. As my new testing area, new mining location area, you guys know, I've been testing out a lot of different hardware when it comes to something like ASICs, little box miners, and of course GPUs and whatnot, which I've been doing more so recently because GPU mining has essentially been pretty good. And a lot of people are wondering about new overclocks and such for a variety of GPUs. So I will be testing out a bunch of new GPUs. I'm going to be getting more test rigs that I'm going to have over here, and so I can test multiple GPUs at the same time. And yeah, like for instance, I have a 6700 XT, I have a 3070, and an RX 6800. And these are GPUs that I've been wanting to test recently because, yeah, GPU mining profitability-wise has been really nice, and it would be great to see some new numbers for mining things like Dynex or Radiant or Caspa, of course, and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, the main thing about this video is for me to install one of these meter box power meters. Now, I got these, I think, about a year ago, and sorry, themeterbox.com, if you're watching this, I haven't been able to install one of these, but now I'm gonna be installing one on one of my new circuits here, semi-new circuit that I've had in my new mining location, as you guys know, as I've been, you know, slowly setting up my area, and it's been a lot of fun. And I basically, yeah, I want to get this up because the biggest reason actually is because I have an S19 XP here, and I'm going to be comparing the stock firmware to the Lux OS, the Luxor.tech Lux OS firmware, so that I can see if there's any more efficiency on that firmware rather than having it on the stock Bitmain firmware. So I've heard that there is a bit more efficiency coming from Lux OS, and we can get also more hash rate. So if it's the same efficiency and we get more hash rate, then yeah, I would totally go with the Lux OS. So stay tuned for that video. Anyways, I am not going to be doing a how-to video on how to install one of these, you know, meter box, D-Rock meters, the meter box box itself, and doing the wiring and such. If you guys want to watch those videos on themeterbox.com, there's already a how-to installation there, as well as Mr. Red Fox Crypto, we got Chump Change, we got The Hobbyist. They have amazing, lovely videos on how to do that yourself. Of course, themeterbox.com already sells pre-made 240 volt 30 amp power meter boxes, right? Already come pre-built. And as well, they do have one 20 volt 20 amp circuit style power meters as well, which I have one installed here already. So for myself, I'm hoping to just simply place one here. I gotta take out my conduit here, I gotta move it over a bit, and also because the box is gonna be a little bit wider than this single gang box. This is essentially a double gang box here, so yeah, that's gonna take up a little bit more room. And yeah, so I can get essentially a better accurate reading in terms of wattage rather than I've been using a like this guy right here. This is a 240 volt 30 amp PDU. It does have a meter on here, but it's only for the volts and then amps. Of course, I just have to times those two numbers together, then I can get the watts, but kind of cumbersome. I would love to have something that I can see the wattage numbers right on this D-Rock meter already. So if you guys are interested, link down below onto themeterbox.com if you are interested. Okay, let me power down this circuit. I want to make sure, you know, before, if anyone's doing this type of thing, this is not electrical advice or anything, but always safe to, you know, turn off the breaker, which I actually already did already. And just to make sure there's no power to it and such, I plugged in the PDU just to make sure there's no like residual power or whatnot coming from it. So anyways, just to have that disclaimer, if you're not comfortable doing this yourself, then, you know, get a professional to do it, or simply just purchase the already pre-metered assembled box from themeterbox.com. Thanks to them for sending this to me about, I think, half a year ago, almost a year ago. All right, you guys will see this all hopefully on my wall successfully in 3, 2, 1. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if this works. Okay, that's a good sign. Gonna plug it in, see if the PDU will turn on. Make sure hopefully I don't get zapped here. Okay, that was the PDU making that noise. Okay. Alright guys, success. So, I'll tell you a little bit of issues, some hardships of getting this installed. Unfortunately, on my conduit, EMT here, I have a coupler that I didn't have a big enough drill bit to make a 1/2-inch sized hole to fit this into the meter box. So yeah, I didn't have a drill bit. I wasn't gonna go to Home Depot and buy one for my Milwaukee drill set. Also, not really an issue, but I wasn't prepared. I didn't have the nuts and bolts to screw in the L630R, this part right here, into the meter box faceplate. So I didn't have that, so I had to get creative. I actually had some server nuts and bolts. I took off the metal pieces around like this, kind of like a nut here it's normally for a server rack to screw in appliances. So I thought, hey, why can't I use these? So I did have a big enough drill bit to make the holes a little bit bigger on the faceplate so that I can use these server bolts to basically attach it to the faceplate for the L630R. So got creative there. That worked just fine. Was able to find screws as well for the 4 sides, and yeah, I got it all in, all wired in just perfect. I followed Mr. Red Fox Crypto's video, and here we are. It looks like it's good. Now I'm actually going to test it with let's test it with my test bench right here. So looks like it's already plugged into the PDU. So I just wanted to see if it shows the power consumption, I guess, of this little ITX test bench with a MSI 50HX. So it's just booting up. Looks like it's taken 66.6 watts. 64 watts. And on the PMD, which is just for the GPU itself, the 50HX, it's pulling about 44, 45 watts. So it looks like the delta between that and this is about, I'm gonna say 15 to 20 watts for the ITX test bench itself. Maybe there is some inefficiency from the 850 watt RGB gold power supply as well. But yeah, looks like it's probably just getting into Hive OS, and yeah, this thing is now mining. So it looks like it's fine. I'm really happy with this meter box. I'm kind of OCD. I may figure that out later and place this back into my conduit later. Anyways, I want to try the big boy S19 XP here because I'm going to be doing a video on this pretty much right after this video probably. S19 XP with the Lux OS firmware. So I'm curious to know the power consumption of this, just stock, right? It just has the stock Bitmain firmware. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna plug this in and we'll see what the power consumption. It's probably gonna get really loud here in a second. All right, you guys can hear that? Man, that thing is loud. Okay, so it's taking about 3,330 watts. This is a S19 XP 141 terahash model, according to the sticker. But on the web GUI here, I am showing 142. Obviously, I just started 5 minutes ago. It's sometimes going to 143 terahash. I mean, it looks like it's working. The temperatures are right here. You guys can see 59 inlet. Outlet says 74, 72, 73. So, but the fans are at 6,000 RPM. I believe that's the max RPM. I don't know. It sounds like they're at max speed right now. But hey, that's showing 3,343, 44. So, all right, that's really all I want to achieve today, guys. I had some fun installing this meter box. Thank you to meterbox.com for sending this to me a while ago. I had to order the D-Rock meters off Amazon. If you guys would like to try it, link down below, and link down below to everything else that I potentially needed as well. Okay, so stay tuned for the S19 XP firmware change to Lux OS. I'm gonna see if we're gonna get better efficiency and more hash rate on this, so stay tuned for that video. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out. You know what? Let's do a giveaway. Anyone that came to the very end, who wants this red meter box? I'll ship this guy right here. And I will also send out a sticker as well. I don't know if I have any of my stickers here, but I will add a sticker and a meter box along with this. So just comment down below if you're in USA or Canada, and just something positive about anything that you liked in this video. All right, comment down below. Yeah, I'll choose the winner in about 24 hours after this video is uploaded. Good luck, good luck.